everybody, I'm Anna, I'm one of the two mythical unicorns. Welcome to our channel and to this video. It is great to have you here. Today we will be talking about the summer anime, because that season has just ended, leaving room for the autumn anime. So, summer anime. When I did the spring review anime thingy, I was not very positive. Didn't realize at the time when I was filming, but when Michelle edited, she commented and said, well, you were not very happy about this, and I realized that no, I was not very happy about the spring season. But the summer season has been better. First of all, I continued with Fruits Basket and Ahiru no Sora. Ahiru no Sora is getting up to getting close to 50 episodes. Like, that has been running for almost a year, and it was the second part of season 2 of Fruits Basket during the summer. And like, when I was at episode 23, there are 25, I was watching one of these AMVs on YouTube with, you know, Fruits Basket's clip and some good music, and top comment is, "This is how the manga ended." And I was like, well, that's a mean move to just like throw out there when, you know, there's a reboot and people are watching for the first time. Just spoil the entire thing. But yeah, was not happy about that. Was very happy about the Fruits Basket in general. There was a plot twist in like episode 22 where I was like, what the F is happening? What is this? What is going on? And that was like for the first half of the episode, or maybe more. And then we got the end of that episode, and I was like, okay, I'm fine with this. I don't know if anyone else had the same reaction. If you did, please let me know. Or like, was this general knowledge? Like, it was a roller coaster. But I'm on board now for that plot twist. Very excited for season 3. Moving on. 7 Deadly Sins. So I had seen, it's like season 5 or something. I'm not sure, okay? I just put it on and watch, and I'm so happy. But yeah, because I watched the first half of the season and then I couldn't watch anymore because apparently that website was not very allowed, and I did not know that. But then it came to Netflix here. So now I was able to watch the second half of that season, and I was very happy. I love 7 Deadly Sins. The season ended on a not very good note. Like, there are some problems that need to be worked out, but you know, there's a new season coming. I am hopeful. I am very excited. I'm so happy. Now the new stuff. I tried to watch Gibiate, I think it's pronounced that way, and I got through half an episode. Like, I'm not kidding you. I got through half an episode and then I was like, nope. I thought it had promise because it began with, there had been a disaster. Like, it was 2030 and there had been like, the world had ended because of an epidemic. But in this epidemic, people were turned into monsters, and then all of a sudden we were like in the 1600s, and there were some guys being moved from an island because they were exiled, and then they turned up in 2030 somehow, and then there were monsters, and the monsters looked so weird, and I was like, no. Saw the ratings and it was not rated good, so yeah, I just stopped. Then we had Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out, and I watched 3 episodes of this. I thought it would be cute, like bit good feel, like happy slice of life anime, maybe a bit romance, but yeah, it was just not my thing. It was a bit weird. I did not connect with any of the characters, and it felt like I couldn't follow the red thread. It just felt very random. Everything, like, yeah, there were scenes that they made sense that they would happen, but there wasn't a red thread. They just felt like scenes, like, let's put in this and this and this and this and this. And the way the characters were introduced, and yeah, it was not for me. So yeah, 3 episodes and then I just left. Then we had Great Pretender, and I know there are more episodes out than I've seen, but I've seen 14 episodes because that is what was available on Netflix. And this one, I had a scare in episode 1 because they began speaking English, and they have an accent that is kind of hard for me to enjoy. But then they just paused the episode and went, from now on everything is going to be translated into Japanese, and then they just spoke Japanese and subtitles. So yeah, but that is about a guy who is a scammer, and that is what he does for a living. And through events he ends up in Los Angeles with an even bigger scammer, and now he's sort of in for the ride. And you get to follow their different scams, sort of. So like the first 5 episodes is one scam, and the next 5 episodes is another scam of his, and you know. So I've seen 3 different scams. The third one was in my taste, I enjoyed the first 2 a lot more. The colors are insane. I'm a character kind of person, that is what I enjoy, and the story is very important for me. But this one you could watch just for the views. Like, it is so beautiful, and they've captured the cities. It's just amazing. Like, if you're not interested in the show because of its genre or its plot or like whatever, it's worth watching an episode just to see like the way they've created the city. Is just, I love the color scheme of this. Like, the style, it's fine. I don't have a problem with the style, but like the color scheme, oh my god. And I don't usually get excited about these kind of things, but that is how good this is. Moving on. The God of High School. And this one was a bit random too. The red thread is not really there. It's hard to tell how much time has passed between different scenes, between different episodes, and they are in this fighting competition, and then all of a sudden one of them is getting married, and you're like, wait, what? What just happened? Wait, what? But in general, it's a good show. That, the red thread, but you know, if you can overlook that, I do like the characters, and I think there is a plot, so if they can just figure out the red thread and the tempo of the show, I think it can be great. They have some time to figure it out. A lot of good animes have a few wonky episodes in the beginning, and then they find themselves and they can take off. I've watched 11 episodes, so, and the last few episodes were a lot better than the first ones, in my opinion. So, you know, they could get better and find those things along the way, because the characters are good, the story is good. There are 2 different main stories, like it's the fighting competition, and then there's some kind of war, religion, gang thing going on as well in the meantime. Really enjoying that, looking forward to continuing that. I think there are 25 episodes coming out for season 1, so there's some more to watch. Those were the new episodes, or the new series I've been watching. There are a few sequels as well that I've been watching, and it's Miyo and Rui's Supernatural Bureau of Investigation. Yes! And one of the first videos on this channel is me making a review of the first 5 episodes of that show, and I said then that the style is a bit kiddish. Like, it is easy to make the mistake and think that it is for kids, but the plot is great. I really enjoy the plot. I think it's great, and I really like the characters. So yeah, the style, I don't mind the style. I actually think it suits the story that it is that style, that the characters are made in that way. But yeah, it's easy if you just get an image, you Google the show and you just see the picture of it, you might go, But no, it is worth watching. If you enjoy Supernatural, if you enjoy like the investigation part and that kind of thing, it is really worth watching. I have to say that, like, I really enjoy it. I have 1 episode left because I haven't had the time to watch it yet, but I'm very excited for the final episode of this season, and I hope there is more to come, because, you know, the big subplot that is going on, we haven't gotten very far in that, and I'm very excited to see that take up more space in the show, and to see that evolve and become something big, and it's exciting. It's exciting. And then we have Fire Force season 2, and when I watched season 1, we only watched the first half of season 1, and then we sort of lost it. We just didn't continue, but then I heard that it got really good, so I gave it a second chance, and we watched through the rest of season 1 and then just continued on season 2. It is very exciting. There are a few things that are hard to keep track of, like I have a hard time remembering, you know, the history lessons that you get, like what happened before, and like putting those pieces together to like get the big picture of why the world looks the way it looks. Because Fire Force takes place in the future, where there has been people just spontaneously combust, and then there are people that get fire powers, so they can control fire or produce fire in different capacities. And the main character is sort of he's in the Fire Force, so they sort of put these people that have combusted spontaneously to rest, meaning they kill them. And that is like the big if you haven't seen it, that is what it's all about. And yeah, this is one of those examples where the first few episodes are good, but it takes a little while for the show to really get going and find itself. It annoys me, there is one character and she just gets naked, like she falls out of her clothes, like she's clumsy and the clothes just whoops, and she like falls with her boobs into people's faces, and it's sort of annoying. But then on the other hand, we have this other woman, I guess. I have a hard time I usually say girl, but she's a woman, and she's on the Fire Force as well, and she's so badass. Like, so I overlook the getting naked part for the other awesome, badass, strong tank female. Like, she is. I love her. She's great. Yes. And then we have ReZero, Starting Life in Another World, season 2. And season 1 was great. Season 1 was great. It was one of the most watched animes of the season when it came out. And season 2 was just as great, and it was just as popular, and just as many people that watched it. It was great. It is a complicated plot. Like, you can't just lay on the couch and think that, well, the story is gonna be told to me and then I'm gonna just absorb it. This show you really have to watch, you have to concentrate to take it all in, because there is so much going on. I do have a problem keeping up when there are a few episodes when they do a lot of talking, and I have a hard time keeping up with all the talking because I'm a very slow reader. So I can't really keep up with the subtitles because they talk very fast. Just a personal problem I have with those episodes, and I don't really see how it all connects, and I'm not sure if it is because I can't keep up with what they're saying and I can't be bothered to pause the whole time to read it all, or if it is actually hard to keep track of what they're talking about and putting the pieces together. That's just the small part. There was one episode when he sort of got back to reality and talked to his mom and dad, but still it wasn't really that. And that episode I felt like, okay, what are we doing now? But the entire rest of the season, it is so good. It is so good. It's a guy who dies and he pops he comes into another universe that is magical, then he dies, and then he starts over at the same place, and then he realizes what has happened, and there are some things he wants to fix because he doesn't want to die, and there are other people that dies that he doesn't want to die, so he tries to fix what happens so things go right. And that is what the show is about. And it's so good. It is so good. I am Team Rem. I am usually very okay with the show in couples, like how they're chosen. If there is a triangle drama love situation, I usually don't enjoy it, and I just think like, you go with that because that is what's gonna happen, and I'm fine with that. But this time he has chosen the girl, and the other one knows that he's not in love with her and that it's just one-sided. But I am so Team Rem. Like, is there anyone out there that agrees with me? Like, can we just appreciate Rem? She is so much better for him. Like, she is so supportive and kind and a bit pushy, but you know, I don't see that as a bad thing. He does need a push every now and then. It's so good, and I want season 3 now. I thought that the last episode was not a good last episode. I would have wanted a little bit more excitement. A little more things going on, not just the talking with the witches. Like, I would have wanted something more. But I'm so excited for season 3. There has to be a season 3, right? Like, it's so popular. It has to be. There has to be a season 3. Come on. I'm taking too long. Movies. I actually wanted to watch movies. I don't usually watch that many anime movies. I usually stick to the shows. But I watched A Whisker Away. And it was so cute. It was a typical like Japanese anime movie, sort of in the spirit of Spirited Away. There's this girl who's in love with a boy, and then she turns into a cat, and the cat hangs out with him, and he's really kind to the cat, and he's not really kind to her, so she hangs out with him as a cat instead, because she takes the love where she can get it. It's really sweet. That sounds really weird. There are some weird things going on, like at the end, because it is a Japanese movie, but I do recommend it. I watched it on Netflix, so do recommend it. I also wanted to watch the Given movie and the Violet Evergarden movie, but I haven't been able to find them. They are not on Netflix and I can't find them on Crunchyroll. And there is one movie theater here in the city where I live that sometimes show Japanese movies, so I'm keeping track on that to see if they're gonna show any of them, because I really want to watch them. And this time we're actually gonna talk about what I'm gonna watch in the fall as well, so what I'm starting to watch now. And I was very excited for the fall, but there have been a few shows that have been postponed. So I think Shield Hero was gonna start now, but it's coming winter season instead. And Yakusoku no Neverland I also think was coming fall, but it's now coming winter. Those were the shows that I was really excited about that were postponed. And then it's the last season of Attack on Titan. It's coming in December, I think, instead of starting now. So, you know, fingers crossed for that. Very excited about that too. Haikyuu. There is a new season coming and I'm gonna watch that. And then there were 2 new shows, I think. Arashima. It looked so cute, so I'm gonna try that out. Hope that works out for me. And then I was gonna watch Noblesse because it looked very interesting, like the picture on the My Anime List website looked very interesting and the plot sounded sort of interesting, but then I watched the trailer and I'm like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna watch it. We'll see. And there were 2 movies that were coming out fall season that I wanted to see too. And it's the Kimetsu no Yaiba movie. We'll see if I can get my hands on it. I haven't gone so well so far, but you know, keeping hopes up. And Kimi wa Kanata, which I don't remember what that was about, but I've written it on my list. I'm gonna keep my eyes out for that as well. Those were my thoughts on the summer anime season. Like those animes what I watched. I would love to know your thoughts, what you thought about the anime season of summer 2020. If there was anything I missed that I should have watched, because you know, we spend a lot of time at home. I could probably watch a few more anime. Leave your comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, bye!